Yeah. Good morning, if anybody's in here yet. Oh, that's one person popped in and out. Oh yeah. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. So I've been up since like 2 a.m. I can't sleep. I keep seeing this same stupid clip. Hold on, let me chill with this music. Let me chill. I keep seeing this same stupid clip recycled over and over about Peter Schiff versus CZ Binance. If you've been listening to my content, you probably know by now I'm not a fan of CZ, nor should you or anybody else. But it just got when something is circulated like that, it just seems like and it's so out of context, and everyone keeps saying the same thing. I'm like, it's like so sus. So I'm like, I have to watch this debate for myself. So I'm like 20 something minutes in, and I'm like, dude, CZ's a bumbling idiot. I don't know. It just seems like Peter Schiff is like an actual adult sitting next to CZ. But yeah, I want to finish the rest of the debate watching it live. I feel like that'd be more interesting. But yeah, this is the clip. So this is from Cryptos R Us. He's like I like his channel. I follow him. I watch his stuff, but sometimes he's a, he's a little delusional. So here's his post. CZ all caps fire. CZ won the Bitcoin debate in less than a minute, which is literally not true from what I'm seeing, and maybe you'll see too. CZ pulled out a gold bar during the Bitcoin versus gold debate and asked Peter Schiff to verify if it was real. Schiff was unable to verify it without having extra tools. CZ seized the moment to push the point that Bitcoin transactions are verified instantly on the blockchain, while gold still struggles with basic authentication. No, it's so not the point. It's so out of context that it's really ridiculous. He was just talking about how he has a tokenized gold company and how he said immediately, like, responding, you can do that with tokenized gold. Like, that was Peter Schiff's response. Like, that was not like. That's why it's important to when you see something too much, too much of the same thing on X, you gotta like. It's like, nah, this isn't right. Oh my god, what is this bullshit? Tom Lee, all caps. Tom Lee calls for 62,000 ETH. Is this your god? How many followers does he have? I mean, I love the guy, but that's it. Don't be reposting shit like that. What the hell? Kind of. Can we go back to that post? Where was it? We have to hear it. What's this guy talking?
Okay, so let me explain to you why Ethereum, now that we've talked about crypto, Ethereum is the future of finance. And what I mean by that is Ethereum in this year, it's having its 1971 moment. But what I'm saying is that in 1971, the dollar went off the gold standard. And in 1971, it galvanized Wall Street to create financial products to make sure the dollar would be the reserve currency. Well, in 2025, we're tokenizing everything. So it's not just the dollar that's getting tokenized, but it's stocks, bonds, real estate. And Wall Street is again going to take advantage of that and create products onto a smart contract platform. And where they're building this is on Ethereum.
I don't like how he talks.
And today, if you look at the
It's something about his cadence and his voice. I just don't like it. I don't like it. I don't say I don't like him, but I don't like just how he sounds.
share of
It's not
real world
easy.
assets, and the prior panel talked about that. The majority of this, the vast majority, is being built on Ethereum. Even he has said Ethereum has won the smart contract war. As you know, Ethereum.
He reminds me of, have you guys seen Men in Black? You know the cockroach guy, Alien? When he goes into the exterminate, he reminds me of the exterminator with the cockroach inside of him.
Has been range bound for 5 years, as I've shaded here, but it's begun to break out. And that's one of the reasons why myself and Mosaics, Shen from Mosaics is here, we got very involved with Ethereum by...
All right, I've had enough of that. Okay, let's get to the Peter Schiff thing. Did I even play that clip? I don't think I did. Hold up. Oh, there it is.
So I have a nice box here.
What is that?
It has some, I think it's Kyrgyz language. I took it back from Kyrgyzstan. He has a certificate. I got this from a very important person from Kyrgyzstan. Very recently. Just completely by luck. So we take it out. It's pretty heavy. I'll put this down. You see, like it says Kyrgyzstan, 1,000 grams, fine gold, 99.9.9, and a serial number. Try it.
Yes. Yeah, it's heavy.
Is it real gold or no?
Well, I don't know. I mean, is this what you're trying to? I mean,
so.
And then the fact that the clip is that short is sus. Like, he immediately, like, there's no, people will clip shit out of context, and now this clip gets like recycled, like CZ was making points when really Schiff was sunning him the whole time. Oh man, all right, let's watch the debate. I already accepted that I'm not gonna sleep. I've been up since 2 a.m. I'm just gonna be up until I go to work. So let's finish the debate together. But he starts strong by calling Michael Saylor a bitch. Hold on. So we're at 1957. So let me. All right, I have that written down. So where does it start out? All right.
We have got to the point where literally anybody can build a fully working app.
Shut your ass up, AI commercial.
I want to give you a little bit of opportunity first. I know you're doing a digital. Eventually, you will do a tokenized
this event and a lot of other things, but I definitely.
Oh yeah, he starts off by calling Michael Saylor a bitch.
Appreciate and thank you for hosting this event and bringing me out here. And at least you had the courage. I mean, I've been trying to get Michael Saylor to debate me for years, and he's afraid. But
no,
you've got no problem.
I can arrange that for later tonight.
Try. Is he still in town?
He is.
Oh,
he is
all right.
in town. Yeah. So yeah, I want to give you a little bit of opportunity first. I know you're doing a digital. Eventually, you will do a tokenized.
So here's where he talks about tokenized gold, which is important context to have throughout the conversation.
Gold, like a project, right?
Yeah, that's how this whole thing got started, because I was talking about that on a crypto podcast that I guess you happen to see it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I have, my website is tgold.com.
Yeah.
So the T actually is for tokenized gold.
Yeah.
Was actually surprised Tether never grabbed that URL, but anyway, I took it. So tgold.com. And right now, if you go to tgold.com, you can buy physical gold and silver.
Yeah.
And we store it for you.
Yeah.
And ultimately, people who own gold and silver in this form, and it's segregated and vaulted. It's not commingled. It's not, it's allocated gold, not unallocated gold. So you own it. It's stored, in a vault. But ultimately, there'll be two ways that you can withdraw your gold. Other than sell it, you can sell it and just get dollars. But one way is to withdraw in physical form. You can take delivery of bars or coins in whatever denomination that you want, or you can also take delivery in the form of a token.
Yep.
And so when you take delivery of the token, and now you can deposit it in your wallet or put it on an exchange to the extent that we get it listed on an exchange, but you can withdraw the token, right? And what the token represents is ownership of gold.
Yep.
You know, you own the gold, it's in a vault, but the token is the evidence that you own it. Like if you check, you know.
So there's that. And then let's go to that clip where we're just let's put full context to that clip I showed you earlier. There's a lot of, definitely check out the whole interview, but where's the one? Paper currencies, where was it? Oh, here it is. CZ brings out gold bar. Ting ting. Here comes ting ting. Yeah, definitely check out the first chunk. I don't want to bore you guys with the first chunk, but this is a good exposition, I guess. Is that the word? But yeah, here's where the gold bar comes out. Let's have some actual full context to that stupid gold bar clip. Call me crazy, but I think it's really stupid how people are portraying that clip. Hold on, is it sharing? Yeah, we're good. Good morning, everybody. I see 15 people in here. If you're on X, say what's up in the live chat on YouTube. If you're making comments, I probably can't see it, or it's going to be delayed. So go over to YouTube in the live chat.
Aster. Today is actually the first time meeting Ting Ting. Ting Ting is actually a KOL for Aster. Yeah, please. Yeah.
I don't know why the way he says Ting Ting cracks me up.
First time meeting Ting Ting. Ting Ting is actually a KOL for. Today is actually the first time meeting Ting Ting. Ting Ting is actually a KOL for Aster. Yeah, please. Yeah. Thank you, Ting Ting. It's pretty heavy. So you know, I have a nice box here.
What is that?
It has some. I think it's
I have a nice box here. Oh my God.
you know, I have a nice box here.
What is that?
It has some. I think it's Kirk. You know, I have a nice box here.
What is that?
It has some. I think it's
Telling Peter Schiff, I have a nice box here.
Kyrgyz language. I took it back from Kyrgyzstan. He has a certificate. I got this from a very important person from Kyrgyzstan. Very recently. Just completely by luck. So we take it out. It's pretty heavy. I'll put this down. You can see, like it says, Kyrgyzstan, 1,000 grams, fine gold, 99.9.9, and a serial number.
The way
Try it.
Yes. Yeah, it's heavy.
Is it real gold or no?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I mean, is this what you're trying to? I mean, let's see how it looks. Well, you know, the color is a little. This is pure gold. My bracelet is pure gold, so the color looks a little off.
Yeah.
You know, but you know, I don't know. I mean, it probably, you know, maybe it's not real gold.
It's given to me by a really important person.
Well, I know, but this is not a mint.
You hear what he said? Hold on. After
it's given to me by a really important person.
Well, I know, but
that, do you hear like how he said that? How he said like as if that qualifies that as a real gold. It was given to me by a very important person. Doesn't say a name. Like what the fuck? It's a prop. It's a stage prop, dude.
Maybe it's not real gold.
It's given to me by a really important person.
Well, I know, but this is not a mint that I would recognize. I mean, the thing about mints is if you know the name of the.
He says a mint I do not recognize. I'm pretty sure Peter Schiff is the guy who would recognize mints.
Company that minted it, and you trust them because they have a reputation in the market that they want to protect. But this, I mean, I've never heard of any of this, so I would have to probably assay it to know if this was real gold. But the color looks a little off compared to my bracelet, because this,
it might be your bracelet that's a little bit off. I don't know.
Shut the fuck up, Steve.
So
it depends. Are you giving it to me?
I see.
Is it a gift?
This is the thing. I wouldn't.
Because if it's a gift, then I know it's. If you're not going to give it to me, it's probably no gold. If it's a gift, then maybe it's.
How much is this worth? Like one kg of gold right now.
Well, gold's about $4,200 an ounce.
So
I mean, that would probably be $50,000. I don't know, do the math, but I mean, it seems like a lot of gold if it was real.
AI told me it's like 130,000 ish.
AI told me.
Yeah, 130K ish.
What?
Right or not wrong?
No, gold. Well, gold is, as I said, it's about $4,200 an ounce.
Okay.
And what is that?
It's 1 kg. So I don't know.
A kilogram? How many ounces in a kilogram?
How are you gonna pull
32?
132?
Dude, how are you gonna pull up this prop and not like have these numbers handy? And then challenge like Peter Schiff to like, oh well, how much? Dude, have the numbers handy, man. Is this your god, Binance?
Huh? 30?
Come on, it's like the most basic shit. Like it's so unprepared. Have those numbers. It's your prop. That's so frustrating. Just watching it is frustrating. Like, dude, what an amateur.
132K? All right. See,
So
I would want to give you. I don't. So it's 130. I don't want to give the whole piece. I can give a little bit, but I can't
well, that's why you tokenize it. Then you can give me half of it.
Right. So
But they also.
Oh, did you see how he stepped in, single leg suplex? Dude, he said you could tokenize it. He used his own genjutsu on him. God damn. Fucking Kakashi the copy ninja, aka Peter Schiff.
We sell at my company Schiff Gold.
Yeah.
We sell 10th ounce gold coins.
right.
So,
Right.
You can have small denomination, and we sell them by reputable mints, so
Yeah.
you know that they're real. You don't have to guess. You don't have to try to assay it. You look at the coin, and you can tell if it's been monkeyed with.
Yeah.
But
See, I want to give it to you, but I don't know.
Like, you see how that in full context is way different than like the bullshit you see on X. CZ won the debate in less than a minute. Fuck out of here. This has 5.7 thousand likes. And it gets clipped so fast because the full context is actually a reasonable. Let's see the comments. Peter can't even explain what problem there's. So low IQ, low IQ people. Why is that so funny? That music and that ridiculous edit. All right, let's go back to this thing.
I don't know if you can take it out of the country.
I'm sure
Right?
I can just
like,
put it.
how many days are you staying?
You know what? No one's. I can put that in my bag. No one's going to care.
You sure?
Yeah.
This
What?
country will.
No,
Some countries will put you in jail.
For carrying that.
Yeah, depends if you declared or not, etc. Where you got it? Where you got
Damn, CZ is low-key snitching on himself.
it from? Or the source?
Well, if I tell him I got it from you, what do you?
Then you'll probably be even bigger trouble. But
That's probably the most honest thing he said. A lot of truth is said in jest. That's hella funny.
But it is real gold. It is given to me by the president of Kyrgyzstan. So I have not.
Well, you probably have some sentimental value now, so you don't want to give it to me.
Especially after this, you have some sentimental value.
You ever notice? You notice the pictures and from this event how tall CZ is in all the pictures? It's because he's crazy ass lifts. Look, he's so tall at this event. Look at all the pictures. I just picked up on that earlier this morning. I was like, why is this guy so much taller than everybody all of a sudden?
But we'll see. So, but the point is though, if I give you a Bitcoin right now, right, we can verify instantly you got Bitcoin in a number of ways.
Yeah, I understand that. Yeah.
Right. And also even with a tokenized gold, right? So if you send it to someone, you can verify it almost immediately. Right?
Yeah,
so
the same with tokenized gold. Yes.
Yeah. So now I want to address your question about gold, Bitcoin, not based on anything. Do you use the iPhone or I saw you use
I have an iPhone, yeah, right here.
You don't use Android, right?
No, I have an iPhone.
And you use the internet, obviously. So you use X, Google.
All right. Do you think CZ is gonna make a good point or a kind of stupid point? Let me know in the comments.
Facebook, etc. And Google is virtual, right?
Excuse me?
The internet is virtual. The internet has like nothing.
I didn't realize how funny that was the first time I heard it. Just that piece of dialogue. Google is virtual. Excuse me. He's like, what did you just say?
Google, Facebook, etc. And Google is virtual, right?
Excuse me?
The internet.
Excuse me?
And Google is virtual, right?
Excuse me?
The internet is virtual. The internet has like nothing physical.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
So when you use X completely virtual. There's nothing physical about it. But X is worth a lot of money, right? It has value. It's a utility tool, right? So internet has value, right?
Yes. Yeah, there's no disputing that.
So Bitcoin itself actually doesn't exist. I don't know if everybody in the audience knows about this or not. There's no Bitcoin on the blockchain, physically or virtually. All there is records of transactions on the blockchain.
Yes.
Right. Okay. So when people say I send you one Bitcoin, they are not sending one Bitcoin. They just want another transaction on the ledger said I send you one.
Right. Nothing actually moves.
Nothing
right?
actually
There's
moves.
nothing that actually goes anywhere. I get that.
And the way we figure out this address has one Bitcoin is actually we go through all the transactions on the blockchain. We look at all the inputs and all the receiving and all the sending out. And then if there's a difference positive, then this address has one blockchain or one Bitcoin, right? So Bitcoin actually doesn't exist anywhere, but it doesn't mean that because it's virtual, it has no value, right? So Google has a lot of value, Twitter has a lot of value, and when there's many virtual things that has value. So a item's value is not.
Talk about not being eloquent or articulate about. Damn, take your time, buddy. What an amateur.
And when there's many virtual things that has value.
You sound like a Linkin Park record.
There's many virtual. And when there's many virtual things that has value. So 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 a item's value is not associated with its physical properties. Even with gold, right? The industrial, like the computer chips, which use gold, the value of gold is much less than the value of the gold we give because it's a rare commodity, precious metal, right?
Yeah. Well, first of all, just because something is intangible, right? Yeah. I mean, there are tangible assets, there's intangible assets. I'm not saying that something has to be tangible to have value. I mean, all companies. I mean, your company probably has goodwill that that has value, but it's not something you can touch or feel. It's an intangible asset, and what makes Bitcoin worthless, as far as I'm concerned, is not the fact that I can't touch it or taste it or smell it. I guess I recognize that things can be intangible and have value. It's that you can't do anything with it. It doesn't have a utility beyond the fact that, yes, I can transfer it to you and you can transfer it to somebody else. And the whole methodology, the way it works, yes, it's very smart. The way the whole system is set up, I understand that. But at the end of the day, when I transfer my Bitcoin to you, I've transferred nothing. people want to buy it,
We're gonna
and because a lot of people who own.
We're gonna skip forward to I think the last part I was at. Let's see, anyone in here yet? Good morning, everybody. If you're tuning in, if you're just tuning in, I'm just going over the full context of this Peter Schiff versus CZ debate, because I got sick and tired of seeing the same stupid recycled ass clip out of context. I'm like, this is really sus. Like, I feel like this is really out of context, because when clips get cut abruptly, you're like, wait a minute. And yeah, it's just so dumb. This is such a completely out of context clip. Peter Schiff completely held his own, and CZ was a bumbling idiot, as far as I can see so far. Yeah, Peter Schiff has valid points like the entire time, and CZ just seems desperate to like make a point when Peter Schiff is just like kind of there, explaining what gold is and what its utility, and why Bitcoin is worthless. Hey, low key, I'm Team Schiff. I think I'm Team Schiff, guys. That was my tea. We're good. I think I'm Team Schiff, guys.
Own it, don't want to sell it because they think the price is going to keep going. Buy it. There's no arguing that it has a price.
Growing.
Well,
value. Right, Bitcoin is a $3 trillion asset, and it's still growing. Right?
Well,
so
Bitcoin has a price. I mean, there's no arguing that it has a price, but it has a price because people want to buy it, and because a lot of people who own it don't want to sell it because they think the price is going to keep going up. So, but that doesn't mean that it has any underlying value just because it has a price. Just because people are willing to speculate in it. But that's what Bitcoin is being used as. It's not being used as money. It's being used as a speculative digital asset. I mean, to me, people collect Bitcoin.
So I think
and they collect Bitcoin because they think the collection is going to be more valuable in the future.
So I think you have a very narrow definition of money, which is what you believe and what governments believe, right? So for example, if we ask the audience here, how many people believe Bitcoin is money? Like, well, let's see, right? So, but this is an unfair crowd,
right? But
this is an unfair crowd. But the point is, though, many people do recognize Bitcoin as money. Whether we call it money, how you define it, we can debate about that, the definitions of it.
Well, nothing is priced in Bitcoin, so it's not a unit of account. When you
pricing is relative, though. Like, we can reverse calculate. Like the price of US dollars in Bitcoin is 0.00.
No, but that's like an exchange rate. But I'm talking about merchandise, people that are selling goods and services, which would include, labor. Nobody quotes wages or prices in a fixed quantity of Bitcoin, right? You're not going to, it doesn't happen anywhere. To the extent that even somebody was to get paid in Bitcoin, they would have a salary in dollars or in euros. And then when it came time to get paid, they would try to figure out how many Bitcoin they need to equal that number of dollars or number of euros. It's not a unit of account like money, and it's not being used as a medium of exchange. But most of the Bitcoin, it's like traded on Binance, and it's people gamble with it. They buy it, they sell it, they day trade it, or they hodl it, but they're not using it. I mean, as a medium of exchange, it's not a unit of account, and it can't be a store of value because you can't store what you don't have.
Just because some things prices fluctuating doesn't mean you couldn't get paid for it. I got paid in salary in Bitcoin in 2014. So 11 years.
What was your salary?
It was like, I don't know, wasn't that high. It was like 100K-ish at that time.
No, you said it was in Bitcoin. Was your salary a quantity of Bitcoin?
Well, as you said, we'll rebase every month, right?
But yeah, but that's not the same thing. If it was money.
Talk about skirting a question. He's like, he's bobbing and weaving a straight answer. I hate when, I don't want to say I hate it, but it's so crazy when people squirm out of answering a direct question. It's like, what was your, and Peter Schiff's being nice by like reiterating the question differently, so giving him like outs.
We'll rebase every month, right?
But yeah, but that's not the same. No, you said it was in Bitcoin. Was your salary a quantity of Bitcoin?
Well, as you said, we'll rebase every month, right?
But yeah, but that's not the same thing. If it was money, somebody would have to say my salary is 1/10 of a Bitcoin, a month, and that's all I get. I get that Bitcoin, whether it's up or down. That's my salary. It's fixed in Bitcoin.
I can actually show you a number of contracts that Binance has. We do it in Bitcoin, right? So, for example, one of the early investors or business partners that want to exit, we said, look, we're gonna give you this much money. You can take in US dollars or you can take in Bitcoin, and we fix the Bitcoin at that time, and we hold that.
Oh, you fixed the price.
We fixed in Bitcoin, and that person got a lot more Bitcoins over time. The same number of Bitcoins, but Bitcoin's value went up.
Right. But that's a unique situation where you have somebody who wants Bitcoin as a Bitcoin investor, and they want to get. So they're just.
It's a small number, but people do transact in Bitcoin as a unit. It happens.
This video.
It happens.
Created by AI. With AI, you can create any character you want.
It happens.
Real life,
fantasy, sci-fi,
even animation.
Transactions that ever existed.
Well, that's the exception, not the rule. The vast majority. Yeah. I mean, not almost all of the Bitcoin transactions are not to buy goods and services. They are people buying and selling Bitcoin to each other without any work being done, without any goods being purchased. Right? It's just trading. That's all that's happening.
It's not necessarily true, right? So stop. So I think we're getting off topic a little bit. I'm not arguing whether Bitcoin is money or not. We're
you just said it was money.
Then we would be arguing about the definition of money.
Dude, CZ is so out of his depth that, man, it's over. It's over. That's why I paused it, because I remember what he said. I was like, oh, here it comes. I was like, oh, it's over. I was like, oh, the conversation's over. So now I'm like, where's the conversation gonna go? That's when I decided, let me go live, because I'm really curious to see where the rest of the conversation goes. Hold on a second. I need to get some more hot water. Give me a second. All right. Oh, yeah, I saw a comment in here. Let me see. Good morning to Mr. Ryu. Sure you can. He said, good morning, everyone. What up, Samson? What's cracking, big dude? We're just getting into the truth of the CZ debate. And it's just as I suspected. Like, Peter Schiff held his own. He's an actual adult. Oh, my cat's sneezing. Peter Schiff held his own. Peter Schiff held court, and CZ, I don't know if you can see what I see. He's a bumbling fool. A guilty criminal with a lot on his back. I think he just got sued civilly for helping terrorists launder money through his platform. Actually, let's add that context to this, because let's give him some handicap points, because he might be going through a lot of stress. CZ being sued. CZ 2025 lawsuits. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh my God. This is why I'm just not a fan of the guy. Should I read the whole thing? The CZ 2025 lawsuit refers to multiple legal challenges involving CZ Changpeng Zhao, former Binance CEO, including a major lawsuit filed by victims of the October 7th attacks. That's come on, man. That's so insane. It's crazy how people don't talk about this. And then people have the goddamn nuts to be on his balls on X about, oh, he just schooled Peter Schiff about gold because he didn't like. One, that clip is out of context. Two, this guy funded terrorists. Like hell, and it's a lot. It's like really bad. Like the fact that he pled guilty to all that stuff meant he had a lot more coming if he didn't plead guilty. You only plead guilty to a federal case if you're about to get the guillotine. Uh, Other lawsuits involve CZ seeking dismissal of an FTX clawback suit and potential action against Senator Elizabeth Warren for defamation following his blah 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 blah. President. Okay, look at this key 2025. Terrorism funding lawsuit victims versus Binance CZ. Allegations. Families of October 7th victims sued Binance and CZ, claiming the exchange facilitated over $1 billion in funds for Hamas and other groups. The fact that they filed that means they must have done some crazy blockchain investigations. Dude, if this goes through, because there's gonna be discovery and all the evidence will come. There must innocent until proven guilty, but they must have some substantial blockchain evidence if this is the case. I hope they do. CZ's defense context. CZ was pardoned. I can't believe he got pardoned, dude. Trump just does whatever his team says. In October 2025 for his 2023 guilty plea for failing to prevent money laundering. This is exactly why this happened. This is why this happened. Conflicting reports. One source from late November 25 said federal court dismissed the lawsuit, finding no substantial evidence. Oh, is that right? Is that true? One source. What source? November 2026. No, as of 2000, CNBC, BBC. So yeah, there's that. So now let's get back to the clip. So CZ is probably stressed out, right? He's not thinking straight. So what did Peter Schiff say? So let's circle back. My bad. So CZ just tried to change the subject because Peter Schiff had him against the ropes, and then Peter Schiff grabbed him again and suplexed him on his back with his own logic. No, we're not. He literally did. He literally said it was what? Was it 1957? point about money. He ra- he he literally he threw his point like right back in his face. He threw his point right back in his face, dude. Dude, he's just such a eating his own words. Dude, CZ, he's done. He was already done at the beginning, but to me now it's done. Now he's fighting for his life. Look at this micro expression. He's dying up there. I just paused it on a random moment. Look at this expression, man. He's not comfortable up there. He's trying to fight it, but those micro expressions. Oh no, I wasn't sharing the tab. Fuck.
Recognize Bitcoin has value. Bitcoin has and the Bitcoin value. Some part of it is come from speculation on Binance, on other exchange, but a large part of it comes from the utility value of it. The fact that I can use it, I can transport it.
That it has a price, but it has a price because people want to buy it, and because a lot of people who own it don't want to sell it because they think the price is going to keep going up. So, but that doesn't mean that it has any underlying value just because it has a price. Just because people are willing to speculate in it. But that's what Bitcoin is being used as. It's not being used as money. It's being used as a speculative digital asset. I mean, to me, people collect Bitcoin.
So I think
and they collect Bitcoin because they think the collection is going to be more valuable in the future.
So I think you have a very narrow definition of money, which is what you believe and what governments believe, right? So for example, if we ask the audience here, how many people believe Bitcoin is money? Like, well, let's see.
Yeah, this is what I was
but this is an unfair crap,
right? But you know,
this is where he says
this is unfair crap. But the point is,
they are people buying and selling Bitcoin to each other without any work being done, without any goods being purchased. Right? It's just trading. That's all that's happening.
It's not necessarily true, right? So the stock. So I think we're getting off topic a little bit.
No, we're not.
I'm not arguing whether Bitcoin is money or not. We're really.
You just said it was money.
But then we would be arguing about the definition of money.
You just said it was money.
How we define that level. But the more important part is whether Bitcoin is valuable, right? So I think whether it has value. And that's the core definition. Well, that's the core debate. Whereas I think many people in this room obviously has recognized Bitcoin has value. Bitcoin has and the Bitcoin value. Some part of it is come from speculation on Binance, on other exchange, but a large part of it comes from the utility value of it. The fact that I can use it, I can transport it. I move to different countries all the time, right? So with this piece of gold, I won't be. It's not easy for me to take it across different countries. Whereas it's a good store of value, which is true.
Why would you want to?
Bitcoin has risen in value, not just a store of value. It has actually gone up in value over the last 15 years.
Well, first of all, tokenized gold solves that problem because you can take the tokenized gold with you. But tokenized gold solves that problem because you can take the tokenized gold with you. But
he took that stupid ass like you know in infomercials where they have like they're trying to sell you like a tomato slicer and they're like tired of slicing your tomatoes the old way, and they have like a black and white like scene where some woman's cutting tomatoes and they're getting smushed and she cuts her finger off and it says like a red circle with an X on it. Wah, wah. And then they're like, but introducing the tomato slicer. That's the tomato slicer is like Bitcoin. And slicing tomatoes with a knife is carrying gold. But like Peter Schiff is like, yo, you can just tokenize it. I just talked about it a second ago. Like, what a stupid point you just made, huh?
But the tokenized gold, I have to trust,
solves that problem because
up in value over the last 15 years.
Well, first of all, tokenized gold solves that problem because you can take the tokenized gold with you. But
the tokenized gold, I have to trust a third party.
all right, well, just find a trusted third party. I mean,
which I could, but Bitcoin, I don't have to do that. That's utility.
Well, but then you have to trust something more. You have to trust that.
I trust the technology.
People still want Bitcoin. Yes, you mentioned that there's there's 21 million Bitcoin.
It's very easy to trust.
Yeah. All right. So there's 2.1 quadrillion Satoshis, right? They're not that scarce when you express it that way, but there's a lot of Satoshis out there. But yes, there is some maximum.
That's the point we make in Cubic. Oh my God, that's so funny. I have a tokenomics video about Cubic, about how much scarcer it is than Bitcoin, because it's actually 2.1 quadrillion Satoshis, because one Bitcoin has 100 million Satoshis. It's divisible by I think 18 decimals or some shit or something crazy, or 8
quantity of Satoshis that are out there, but none of it matters if people don't want them. Look at the last few years, because Bitcoin today is 40%.
How many years have you been saying this, though?
Well, for a long time, right? But look, Bitcoin today is 40% lower priced in gold than it was 4 years ago.
Yeah.
So over the past 4 years, since Bitcoin peaked,
that's true?
Yes.
I'm not sure if that's true.
Yeah, when Bitcoin was 69,000 4 years ago, it bought 37.2 ounces of gold. Today, and I just checked before, it buys 22.15 ounces. So Bitcoin buys 40% fewer ounces of gold today than it did 4 years ago.
Gold did better than Bitcoin in the last 4 years.
4 years, a lot better.
How about 8 years?
No, but here, let me finish the point that I'm making. Right, over the last 4 years, think about what's happened in Bitcoin. First of all, we had all of the Bitcoin ETFs that got launched that didn't exist to buy Bitcoin. We got all these companies, copycat from Strategy, but we also have Strategy that borrowed, $40 billion to buy Bitcoin, or issued stock and debt to buy $40 billion. But we had other crypto companies buying Bitcoin. We had ads at the Super Bowl. We had celebrity endorsements. We had the NFT craze. We had El Salvador. We had the Bitcoin Strategic Reserve. We've had all of this money and hype and promotion, unprecedented. That's all anybody talks about. You go on financial news stations, every guest is talking about Bitcoin. Every commercial is Bitcoin or crypto. They're the biggest advertisers. They're the biggest donators to political campaigns.
So you're only talking about one failed exchange.
Right, but the price has gone down during all of this, with all of this promotion, all of this hype. It's gone down. And if Bitcoin has not been able to go up in 4 years, if it's lost 40% of its value in real terms, despite all of this, why would it go up in the future? It seems to me
Bitcoin
that
4 years ago
it's
much
over.
Lower value.
Bitcoin
4 years ago was much lower.
It's over. That's bold. Oh man, I don't know if it's over yet, but that's damn. I wouldn't mind if it is. I mean, whatever. Still got Cubic. It seems to me it's over. Man, this guy is such a, you gotta admire how he's holding court. He has unflinching conviction, as opposed to CZ, who's just up there somebody's puppet with his TRT and what do they call those lifts in his shoes?
For value, just because.
No, it's down. It's down 40% in gold. But if you're saying it's digital gold, then that's the best way to price it.
Well, no, if you compare two assets, you can pick any random time period. One asset.
Well, I'm not random. I'm just picking the high from 4 years ago. But my point is, you had all of this hype. Why isn't Bitcoin? Look, you have people. Michael Saylor is coming out here. Bitcoin's going to be $10 million of Bitcoin. All right. Well, why isn't it there now? Why? I mean, if it's really that valuable, the market would adjust the price now. You can't just buy it. I mean, he acts like you just buy Bitcoin and you're guaranteed to make all this money. It's a sure thing. Go out, mortgage your house, bet the farm, borrow against your business, put everything you have, because he says it's a sure thing. Well, if it was a sure thing, the price would already be there.
Well, the price takes time to be
Yeah,
there. Like
Michael
even if
Taylor.
you say like gold will be worth more later, doesn't mean that you will be worth.
No, I just think the dollar will be worth less. The euro will be worth less. At the end, they keep printing them.
We agree on all of that.
Right.
Yeah.
But it does. But Bitcoin is irrelevant for that. Bitcoin's value is determined solely by the number of people who want to buy it versus the people who want to sell it, because there's no user for it. Like
So
there's like with gold, there is real demand. There are people who need to buy gold and will always buy gold. And if the price of gold goes down, they're going to buy more. If it goes, but in Bitcoin, nobody needs it. But people want it, but they want it because they think the price is going to go up. But the minute they stop believing the price is going to go up, then there's no reason to have it.
Let's talk about the future a little bit more.
Oh my God.
The future generation, the younger kids.
Yes.
Do you think they will like Bitcoin more or gold more?
Well, they're going to like gold more because their friends will have lost a lot of money in Bitcoin. And there's one really good thing.
After that long, valid point that Peter Schiff just made, CZ said that empty ass shit.
Stop believing the price is going to go up, then there's no reason to have it.
Let's talk about the future a little bit more. The future generation.
Let's talk about the future a little bit more. Dude, he just made such a valid point. Go rewind it for yourself if you missed it, but Peter Schiff just made such a valid point, and then this was his response.
Generation, the younger kids.
To have it.
Let's talk about the future a little bit more. The future generation, the younger kids.
Yes.
Do you think they will like Bitcoin more or gold more?
What will the kids like more, huh? It's like if I ask my son, hey, do you think he wants chicken or cake for dinner? Dude, he's gonna fucking say, give me the cake. Does that mean you give him the cake? No, you don't even offer him the cake. Like, just because a kid wants, like, making a point that just because a kid would want something, even if that fact were true, like, you don't know that. A kid might have a brain and, like, choose gold, right? One, you don't know that. Two, even if it was true, it's a stupid point. It's like, this guy... Any valid point Peter Schiff has, CZ has some crazy rhetorical response instead of like a, I don't know, as far as I'm concerned, a reasonable one. I'm trying not to be biased, but it's hard. Like, he keeps saying dumb things. Stop. Say something I could fucking side with, man.
Well, they're going to like gold more because their friends will have.
I don't want to take sides. I want to hear a good discourse. But CZ won't stop saying dumb shit. What's going on, man?
Lost a lot of money in Bitcoin. And there's one really good thing about young people.
How about your son?
But he's already sold his. but the good thing about losing a lot of money in Bitcoin when you're young, and is that when you're young and you lose your money, you have a whole lifetime to earn it back. And you have a lifetime to benefit from the experience of losing that money. So the good news for all the young people that are going to get wiped out in Bitcoin is that it will prevent you from losing more money in the future, right? Because when you're young, you don't have a lot of money to lose. But as you get older and you accumulate more, that's when it's more important not to lose your money. So this is a valuable lesson.
So Bitcoin went from no value in 2010 to 50 cents for the first Visa transaction, to now 100,000, well, 90,000 right now.
Yeah.
How many people lost money on Bitcoin? How many people made money on Bitcoin?
Yeah.
So think of it as like a TV ad with a catalog component.
Boo. Oh my God. This guy sure knows his audience, huh? So unimpressive, right?
Well, how many of the people who have their hands up have actually sold their Bitcoin and realized those gains? Not that many. But look,
again, this is a different crowd, right? Obviously. Yeah,
but there's no disputing that the people who bought
Bitcoin
on them back then have made a tremendous amount of money. I mean, I know a lot of these people who have made hundreds of millions, billions.
So you know them?
Yes, a lot of them are my neighbors, but the reason they can afford to live in my neighborhood is because they sold a lot of Bitcoin. That's how come they can afford it. But the money that they made.
So a lot of people made a lot of money on Bitcoin that
Yes,
Okay.
they got in early.
Okay.
The people who bought it over the last couple of years haven't made any money. These are the people who are losing the money that enabled the early buyers to make money. The people who are making money are cashing out. All Bitcoin does is enable a.
That's what all the blockchain is telling us. Old holders are selling discreetly and they're profiting. New buyers are getting eaten up by whales. It's a slow bleed.
Transfer of wealth from the people who buy Bitcoin to the people who sell it, right? When Bitcoin is created, there's no real wealth. We have like 20 million Bitcoin now that we didn't have 15 years ago. We're no better off because those Bitcoin exist. They don't actually do anything. But what has happened is some people have been enriched at the expense of other people. Now, the people who have lost a lot of money in Bitcoin don't even realize they've lost it yet, because they still have the Bitcoin, and the Bitcoin still has a $93,000 price or whatever it is right now. And so they don't realize they've lost the money. But if they try to get out, that's when they're going to realize it's lost. Because if a large percentage of people who own Bitcoin want to get out of it, there is no market for it. The market will implode.
Let me share a quick story I shared earlier today.
Okay, another valid point followed by a useless anecdote. I haven't even watched this far yet, but I paused. Look at this next micro expression. He's ticked. Who talks with an underlying expression like that? He looks like there's a demon in him. He's like, this guy's fucking eating me up. I gotta pull out all my trap cards. Dude, this is bad. People, stop circulating that stupid ass clip. Shame on you, Cryptos R Us. I understand you love Binance and CZ and Bitcoin, but come on, man. Don't post. This is the clip I'm talking about. If you just tuned in, this is the out of context clip I kept seeing circulating, talking about how CZ destroyed Peter Schiff. It's completely cut out of context. We were just watching it earlier. You guys should rewind or watch the replay to get the point. But now we're just finishing up the whole debate. This is the out of context clip. Hold on, let me share this tab. If you're just tuning in, this is what I'm talking about.
So I have a nice box here.
What is that?
It has some, I think it's Kyrgyz language. I took it back from Kyrgyzstan. He has a certificate.
Such a cringy.
I got this from a very important person from Kyrgyzstan. Very recently.
I got this from a very important person very recently. You believe me, huh? And then I remember he said it early. He said it again. Oh, well, I got it from a very important person. He doesn't say a name. Like, doesn't say a company. Like, from a very important person. Huh? Dude. Come on. Can you be shystier than that?
From I got this from a very important person from Kyrgyzstan. Very recently.
I like
just completely by luck. So we take it out. It's pretty heavy. I'll put this down. You can see, like it says, Kyrgyzstan, 1,000 grams, fine gold, 99.9.9, and a serial number. Try it.
Try it.
Yes. Yeah. It's heavy.
He said,
is it real gold?
Try it. Dude, CZ is is he autistic?
Oh no.
Well, I don't know. I mean, is this what you're trying to? I mean,
so
like any clip cut like that is obviously out of context. And look at this. This is not the point that was made. Here's what Cryptos R Us said. CZ pulled out a gold bar during a Bitcoin versus gold debate and asked Peter Schiff to verify if it was real. Schiff was unable to verify it without having extra tools. Like, yeah, big fucking deal. CZ sees the moment to push the point that Bitcoin transactions are verified instantly on the blockchain, while Gold still struggles. No, like, and then what? Like we said earlier, this clip was cut so short. One, Peter Schiff was so charming. Like he just played with CZ like a baby. He sunned him the whole time. He's been sunning him the whole time. One, he charmed his way out of that bullshit ass argument. Two, he immediately said, "Yeah, you can do that with tokenized gold." Like he just said it with such natural breath. Like he's not trying to fight CZ. He's like, "Yeah, you can do that with tokenized gold too." Like I have a company where you can tokenize gold and send it. Like it's like such a stupid point. Like the whole debate is that just stupid point after stupid point, while Peter Schiff is making valid, reasonable points about arguments against Bitcoin. Like he's winning me over, man. I'm already Bitcoin to zero, but I'm starting to see this guy Peter Schiff ain't a bad guy, man. If you have a brain, I mean, just give him a shot, man. Give him a shot.
Explode.
Let me share a quick story I shared earlier today. When I was going through the U.S. troubles, I got a letter of support, right? So one of our
when I was going through U.S. troubles, oh, let's not get into that. We just talked about it. When I was going through U.S. troubles, that's a great way to put it.
Users from Africa writes me, and he says,
I hate this. I saw a clip of this earlier. I hate when
before Bitcoin, it takes him 3 days to pay a bill. He had to walk from his village to a place, pay it, and walk back. So 3 days a month, he had to pay the bill. That's the amount of time it takes for him to do that. After Binance, he has access to crypto, and now paying.
Peter Schiff is like, dude, this guy's not talking to me about Africa.
The bill is 3 minutes. And because of that, he accumulated over time $50, $100, $300, $1,000, $1,000 in some really poor country.
He wants to explode inside, dude. Oh, he's got really great decorum. He's like, dude, this story is about to be so stupid and has nothing to do with the point I just made.
In Africa is a lot of money for that.
Yeah.
So that improves people's life.
Yes.
Materially improved his life for that.
Yeah.
So $1,000 in some really poor country in Africa is a lot of money for that.
Yeah.
So that improves people's life.
Yes.
Yeah. No, stupid. Yeah, finish your story. Stupid.
Seriously improved his life.
Yeah, I mean that there is some value there, but you don't need Bitcoin for that. You can use a stable coin. You can use tokenized gold.
So yeah, you can use a stable coin, but you still need to use the blockchain technology. And the best use case for blockchain technology today, the best app is still Bitcoin, right? So Bitcoin is the largest market cap coin. And but we're talking about the blockchain technology. The technology is promoted with Bitcoin plus other cryptocurrencies. You mentioned a point earlier, which I want to touch upon. Just because anyone can issue a token doesn't mean those tokens have value. But Bitcoin is very different. Bitcoin is we already have a large community supporting it. Some of the major cryptocurrencies, of course, unbiased, are also closer to that category, right? So just because you issue something does not create value. But when people use it, it has value.
Again,
so Bitcoin is used by this guy in Africa, in many other places. So, and the use case is increasing.
Dude, that story, first of all, if you don't realize that story was made up, you're dumb. That's a fucking, the story he just told was a lie. If you believe that story, you're an idiot. And you deserve the world, actually. But you're stupid. That story he just told about some African using Bitcoin and saving $1,000 a month because he's using Bitcoin is bullshit. And Peter Schiff knows it. Like that was that's why it ticked me off, because I'm like, dude, as soon as he started talking about Africa, I'm like, this fucking some African wrote him a letter. Like shit. You think he's
not decreasing. This is not. It's not. That
story was, I don't know. Am I gonna get sued for calling that story a lie? Is the burden of proof on me or him? Damn, am I screwed? Wait, I can do allegedly. Well, that holds up in court, right?
Just one thing that doesn't change anymore. It's the technology that keeps evolving.
I don't see. In fact, I remember when Bitcoin first spiked.
It's not just one thing that doesn't change anymore. It's the technology that keeps evolving.
I don't see. In fact, I remember when Bitcoin first spiked up to $1,000 in what was it 20?
And you were against it.
Of course, yes. But, although at the
Still
time,
against it.
at the time, I thought the price could go up. I just thought that it was obviously people.
Dude, this guy, I love how he's holding court. Like, he's just like. And I remember one of the first comments he made, CZ was like, "Oh, it's a big crowd, huh?" And then Schiff, he confidently said, "Oh, it's a small room." Dude, he's BDE the whole time. What you got now? This guy, dude, Peter Schiff is BDE. But this guy has, look at his fit. LDE. LD. He's got lifts to make him taller because he's got that LDE. Real men walk with their head high and their heels and feet flat on the ground. 10 toes down, as they say. All right, let's get to it.
We're buying it, and I thought that the bubble could get bigger before it popped. But fundamentally, nothing has changed about Bitcoin. But the point I'm making is back then, I remember a lot of stores. There were a lot of stories where all these companies were coming out. Oh, we accept Bitcoin. We accept Bitcoin. We accept Bitcoin. And the reason that the stores were doing this is because all of a sudden people with Bitcoin had money because now the Bitcoin was worth something. And so merchants were trying to appeal to the wealth of the crypto people by saying, hey, you can spend your Bitcoin here. You can spend your Bitcoin here. There's actually less of that now. I mean, I think the whole idea of using Bitcoin as a currency, it's even less popular now than it was back then. And in fact, people have even acknowledged that, it doesn't work very well as a currency. There are other cryptos that are much better. That's when they reinvented it as digital gold because it didn't work as a digital currency. So they said, okay, well, it's digital gold. Oh. Well, it's not digital gold either because it's nothing like gold, right? It's not, I can't, make a picture of a hamburger and then say I have digital food. It's just an image of a hamburger. And if you eat a diet of digital food, you're going to starve to death.
Let me check in the crowd. Who has a Binance card on them? I don't have one with me. Can you volunteer? Just
you have a token, right? BNB is a token.
So Peter Schiff just made another comical but valid point, low key. Do you think CZ is gonna make another? Do you think he's on a roll? He's 0 for he's 0 for 7 with just stupid rebuttals. If this is a debate, right? My vote is a stupid point. Let me know in the comments or live chat on YouTube.
Okay. No. The Binance card.
But Binance is a token,
which is a Visa card. Yeah. If you could, can somebody help bring that? So when you mentioned that crypto is not used for payments and you see it much less, I actually want to show you something, which is thank you.
This game, you're not ready for.
Oh my god!
Sure, yeah.
I'm not ready.
You see this thing?
Oh, he's about to get identity thefted.
Okay, yeah. Well, basically what you're saying is you can use this.
Zoom in on the card.
And it will sell your Bitcoin.
L cameraman, L editor. Why would you pan in on the card like that if that belonged to somebody? I don't know. Hopefully there wasn't really any identifying information that was captured. Dude, this is in 4K. Somebody could low-key frame for frame get the... Dude, that's... whatever.
Coin and pay a merchant in dollars.
Absolutely. It works really well. Yeah. And
That's exactly what I'm going to do with gold.
Sorry, I'm just paranoid.
But using the blockchain, right?
It doesn't even need to use the blockchain when I'm using a debit card or a debit card. But
my point is,
what you're doing is you're selling your Bitcoin and then you're paying with currency. Just like I have a brokerage account, and I can issue you a debit card against your brokerage account, and now you could use that. You know, but you're not using Bitcoin as money. You're selling Bitcoin to get money, and then you're using the money to buy goods and services, not the Bitcoin. That card just ties you in. But what I want to do with gold, I don't want people ultimately to sell.
Kakashi, the copy ninja. Dude, he's using the guy's jutsu on him. Oh my god. Oh my god. But CZ, he knows all your moves. He knows all your jutsus, man. Shift the copy ninja. Dude, he just shut that card down. He's like, dude, get that stupid fucking card out of my face. You're just selling Bitcoin to get money. It's just a dude. Look how he's sitting. He's so like comfortable. This is like a clinic in big dick energy. That's what I was saying earlier. BDE. Big dick energy. This guy has that LDE with his high heels.
Their gold and pay cash. I'd like to see the gold actually change hands from buyer to seller so that the entire transaction stays in gold the whole time. We don't need to convert the gold into fiat. But you're converting your Bitcoin to fiat in order to use it.
How many people use gold as payment today?
No, probably hardly anybody uses it as payment.
More or less than this.
But you're not using Bitcoin there either. The Bitcoin gets sold. If you use that card, whoever is on the receiving end of the transaction does not get any of your Bitcoin. All they get is dollars.
Yeah. So it's two halves. So we're breaking this process into two halves, right? So Bitcoin payments, crypto payments has historically had this problem where the merchants don't want to accept crypto or may or may not want to accept it. Without the merchants accepting it, then the users couldn't pay. But this solves it because we are now, as intermediaries, from the user perspective, he just swiped his card and crypto gets deducted. He doesn't care about the conversion into crypto currencies and pay it. The merchant gets fiat currencies, right, or whatever they choose to get. And we, in the middle, handle the conversion. So we solve both sides of the problem.
Yeah, but I want to do that same thing with gold. But the thing is this. I think eventually, when inflation is a lot more pernicious in the developed world, I believe a lot of merchants will actually prefer to receive gold because I think
that's so true.
Yes, because what's going to happen is
that's so true. That's actually so bullish for gold. Oh damn, that's actually very bullish for gold. Imagine McDonald's accepting gold, dude. Can I get 2 McDoubles, no pickles, 4-piece McNugget, sour, sweet and sour, some ketchup, and extra napkins, please. Thank you. You guys take gold? Oh shit, that'll be 3 gold schmeckles. Damn. Imagine paying for a bucket of noodles with with gold. Can I get the rare steak combo, large bowl, extra hoisin sauce?
All of them accepted it today.
They don't have the ability to accept it. They don't even. It's not.
Do you take gold?
Even an option. But let's say you're a merchant, right? And inflation is not 2% a year. It's 2. Let me finish the point.
I get the benefit.
Let's say inflation is 2% a week, right? And so I have inventory that I'm selling, but
dude, CZ is writhing in pain. He doesn't want to let Peter Schiff finish his point, but he's got the BDE, man. What? Let's rewind a little bit. Watch him shut that bullshit down.
today.
They don't have the ability to accept it. They don't even. It's not even an option. But let's say you're a merchant, right? And inflation is not 2% a year. It's two. Let me finish the point.
I get the
Let's
benefit.
say inflation is 2% a week. Right. And so I have inventory that I'm selling, but I sell my inventory. And now when I have to rebuy it, it costs a lot more because between the time I sold it and the time I restock, the prices have gone up. But if I can sell my merchandise and get paid in gold, now I can use my gold to restock and the prices wouldn't have gone up in terms of gold.
The gold price dropped in the last couple of weeks, right? I mean, it went to a high, but then it dropped in the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, there are periods of time where gold volatility spikes a bit. But generally, it's not that volatile.
At 10% for some merchants, like some merchants' margins at 10%. Right?
Oh yeah, I know. And Bitcoin can move 10% in a day.
But my point is, there's a few million of these cards out there. There's a few million users using Binance Card.
Yeah, and maybe I could use.
Dude, CZ is being so disingenuous. It's like, it's upsetting.
You to do my gold cards.
We'd be happy to.
Because I'm talking to banks, I got to see who would be the best issuer of
Bitcoin.
the card.
For Bitcoin, I'm not against gold, but I'm just saying that Bitcoin is a better version of gold. But my point is, you said that people don't use it for payments, but people use it silently.
Right, but that's not using it for payments. That's
from the user perspective, they are using it for payments. Now the user doesn't have to worry about selling Bitcoin into cash, converting the currency, and then charging the
right. But I can do that same thing again with gold or anything else. I can do it with my stock portfolio. I mean, I have customers that have brokerage accounts, and I can give them a debit card where every time they use it, it margins their brokerage account.
But that's great.
Then we can sell some of their stocks.
That's great. But my point is, people already using crypto for payments.
No, they're not using crypto. They're using crypto as collateral.
It's not getting through his skull. Yeah, but then we're using crypto for payments. And next slide, please. Why is this so funny? Is it just me? Is it too early? Is it the lack of sleep? Oh my god, that's fucking hilarious. I hope everybody watches this debate and enjoys it as much as I am.
And
I can give them a debit card where every time they use it, it margins their brokerage account.
But that's great.
Then we can sell some of their stocks.
That's great. But my point is, people already using crypto for payments.
No, they're not using crypto. They're using crypto as collateral.
And Peter Schiff has been saying this for the last 5 or 10 minutes. You're not using it for payments. They're selling their Bitcoin for cash, and the cash is
so that they can sell it to get the currency that they use to make the payment. There's a difference there. It's not being used to make a payment. You're liquidating your Bitcoin, and then you're buying something with the proceeds.
Again, Peter, you're making the definition that for the user for payments, that includes the part that we handle for them.
Yes.
Right? From the user perspective,
that's part of the reality
card,
of
he
it.
gets the good.
He's like, yes, I am. Dumbass. The dumbass is omitted. He's saying that in his head. He said, yes. Dumbass.
That we handle for them. The definition that for the user for payments, that includes the part that we handle for them.
Yes.
Right? From the user perspective, he swipes the card, he gets the good.
I understand. Yes.
Right. So,
but there is a difference there. But of course, Bitcoin can collapse in price, and now it's going to be a big problem for people who are planning on buying stuff with their Bitcoin, and now the Bitcoin doesn't buy very much because when they go to sell it, they're not going to get that much fiat.
I think most people in this room will not have that problem because they pretty much all have enough crypto to they have enough crypto.
Well, they have enough at $93,000. I mean, what if it's $9,000? I mean, the price could be a lot lower. You don't know what it's going to be.
I mean, all prices fluctuate. Also, even if we talk about fiat currencies, price fluctuates. Right. So
against each other. Right. They don't. There's
against each other, against real purchasing power. Right. So against purchasing power, every price fluctuates. So one thing is, many people think about stable. I think stable coin is a complete misnomer. There's nothing stable in this world. Everything fluctuates against it.
Well, it's stable against itself. So a dollar stable coin is stable against the dollar. But the dollar has no stability whatsoever.
Yeah. So
but that's why, to me, everything that you could do with Bitcoin, I could do with gold. And so rather than have a token backed by nothing, why not have a token backed by something? Why prefer a fiat cryptocurrency when you can have a real one, when you can have one that's backed by gold?
It's actually the reverse. Whatever.
I hate to say it, guys. I don't want to say I hate to say it, but I only say I hate to say it because it's quite bubble bursting if you're a Bitcoin maxi. It's like the biggest bubble burst. I think it's a pain that the market needs to accept slowly but surely. Maybe. Oh, I heard Cloudflare is down. Oh boy. Boy. Oh, back to the point.
You can do with the gold and fiat, we can do in Bitcoin.
No, you can't, because you can't store value with Bitcoin.
Bitcoin has been a tremendous store of value.
No, it hasn't. It's been a great speculative asset that is appreciated.
For the
Bitcoin's price has gone up.
Last 15 years for its entire existence.
Right, but that, first of all, that's not a lot of time in the scheme of things. Yeah. But Bitcoin has price. I don't dispute that there is a price for Bitcoin, but price and value are two completely different things. You cannot store a price. Bitcoin has a price today. I don't know what the price is going to be tomorrow, but it has no value today, and it's going to have no value tomorrow. But that doesn't stop people from buying it. But the value that most people place in Bitcoin is that they think
price and value. Oh, this man's fucking like. Oh man, I'm getting Schiff pilled. I'm getting Schiff pilled, guys. I'm getting gold pilled. Damn, I'm taking the gold pill, man. That actually sounds cool too. Imagine a gold pill.
They're going to get rich if they buy it. They think if I buy this Bitcoin and I just hold on to it and ride out all the volatility, I'm going to be rich. So that's what people are buying. They're buying that lottery ticket that's going to pay off. And when people don't want to buy that anymore, when people stop believing in this fantasy that Bitcoin is going to the moon, then there's not going to be any demand for it anymore.
You're looking at that purely from a speculator's perspective.
Well, that's who buys Bitcoin by and large. Now, look, most of the people in this room maybe are diehard Bitcoin maxis that actually believe all this nonsense. Fine. But the vast majority of people buying, who do you think is buying Bitcoin?
How many people in the audience are developing something in the Bitcoin ecosystem? Developers, coders, project. Not a lot, but there's quite a few developers here, right? So not everybody's a speculator. So speculators, yes.
No, he keeps doing this dumb shit where he's like, he keeps engaging the audience because he knows he's gonna get some sort of favorable response, right? You're not gonna try to engage the audience if you think you're gonna get a negative response. So he's like, he's got nothing from within. He's trying his. Hey, God bless him. He's trying his best, but I feel like it's way cooler to concede and have like a better conversation instead of like be like, yeah, you make a good point. Like, let's talk about that. Instead, it's like when AI hallucinates. This is a oh no, we're watching a real life hallucination. So yeah, I guess human deception is pretty much AI hallucinations. So AI deceiving us is hallucinations. Maybe that's deception, not hallucination. Because he knows what he's saying is stupid, but he's still saying it anyway on a stage in front of people. He knows it's going on YouTube for the whole world to see. I mean, he's getting paid. He must be getting paid. Look, every time I pause it on him, he has a painful micro expression. This guy is writhing in pain. Look, every time I pause, he's got just this horrible expression on his face. Like if you guys don't know about micro expressions, it's grimaces your face make that you don't really pick up unless you like have the eyes for it, or if you pause or take a random photo.
This is a biased sample.
Of course,
I mean, if you look,
exists.
Right, yes, but this is a tiny part of what's driving Bitcoin at this point. If you look at who is buying the Bitcoin ETFs, right, that have been the lion's share of the buying before these corporate treasury companies, these are not, true believers. They are just buying it because it's going up. They're seeing all the hype, and they're being told, you got to buy this. It's the digital. It's going to go up. It's the new thing. And so people are buying it in their stock portfolios. They don't care about any of the qualities that you talk about that Bitcoin has. They don't care about any of that. They don't self-custody it. They're buying it in their brokerage account. It's a symbol, and they're looking at it to go up. And when it stops going up and it starts going down, they're just going to sell. They're just going to move on and take their chips and put them in someplace else.
Peter, what you described exists in stock markets, in traditional fiat markets as well. So there's speculators in every market. And then there's builders who are building the ecosystem, who are building utility value. The speculators are always loud. That's why NASDAQ exists, right? So all the guys who are buying Bitcoin ETFs, they already bought stocks. They already have stock ETFs, currency ETFs, etc. So that exists in traditional markets as well.
Yeah, look.
Just having them doesn't mean that Bitcoin has no value.
No, well,
right?
Yes, just because there's speculators in the stock market too doesn't mean that legitimizes Bitcoin, because there's speculators. Look, when you're speculating,
it's reversed. Just having speculators does not delegitimize.
But when I'm speculating on a stock, at least in theory, I'm speculating on a business, and I'm making a bet that business becomes more valuable in the future than it is today, because it has more sales, it has more earnings, it pays a higher dividend. So I'm betting on the growth of a business.
Just look at this company. Go Binance.
Right. Well, sure. Well, Binance is not big. Binance is a great business right now, right? You're the casino. The house wins, right?
No, we're not
gambling.
We are a licensed traditional. We're a licensed financial institution in 30-something countries now.
All right. Well, okay. Apart from that, I'm talking about the people that are just trading Bitcoin on the platform.
He got so triggered when he called it a casino. He got so triggered he went corporate with it, dude.
Binance is a great business right now, right? You're the casino. You
right when he said casino, CZ said, "Son of a bitch."
The house wins, right?
No, we're not
gambling.
We are a licensed traditional. We're a licensed financial institution.
Why not just go with the joke? Like, why do you have to look? He's looking at like somebody off camera.
30-something countries now.
All right. Well, okay. Apart from that, but I'm talking about the people that are just trading Bitcoin on the platform. But I just forgot what I was talking about.
No, you were right. He's like, I forgot what I was talking about. What a real moment.
Before you interrupted. What was the point that I was about to make? I just don't even remember.
We were talking about speculators.
Oh, yeah, right. So you're speculating on a company becoming more valuable. When I buy Bitcoin is not going to generate more income in the future than it does now, because it generates no income now. Bitcoin is not an income-producing asset. When I'm speculating on Bitcoin, all I'm doing is betting that somebody in the future is going to pay a higher price than I did. I'm just betting that there's going to be more demand for Bitcoin in the future than there is now, and that the price is going to be higher. So it's a pure speculation on price without any other factor. And so Bitcoin is far more speculative in nature than what people are doing in the stock market or in the real estate market. Now, most people, when you're buying a stock, real estate market. Now, than what people are doing in the stock market or in the real estate market. Now, most people, when you're buying a stock, I'm buying a business now that generates income, that pays dividends. Not all stocks are simply, gambling on the growth of a business that may or may not come. But Bitcoin is 100% speculation in that I'm buying it solely because I believe that somebody will pay a higher price. And the only reason that person is going to buy it is because they believe that the next person is going to pay a higher price for the exact same thing,
but Peter,
even though it hasn't changed at all.
But we just established that the speculators are only a small part of the ecosystem, even though they're very loud, they trade a lot. But we just discussed this point, right?
But that's what's driving the Bitcoin price.
You're saying that this small section of speculators represent all of crypto, all of Bitcoin. That's not true, right?
Well, that's what drove the price up to 90,000. Without all those, where do you think Bitcoin's price would be right now if all this speculative money hadn't poured in, to all these ETFs and all these Bitcoin treasury companies?
Dude, he's making Is he saying something that's not true right now? I don't know. Am I missing something?
That have been buying up Bitcoin without all that speculative money, where do you think the price would be?
I don't think I can convince you on this. But again, you are taking a small sample of the.
It's
population.
not small.
Small or big, but you're taking a portion of it and sort of overgeneralizing that to the.
Did you hear that? Did you hold on? Small, big. Hold on a second. You can't just say that.
I can convince you on
buying up Bitcoin without all that speculative money.
Small,
Where do you
big,
think the
it's a
price would be?
portion.
I don't think I can convince
Small, big, tomato.
you on this. But again, you are taking a small sample of the.
It's
population.
not small.
It's not small. It's literally the entire market.
Small or big, but you're taking a portion of it and.
Small, big, yeah.
Sort of overgeneralizing that to the entire industry. If it's only speculators, the price wouldn't be there. There will always be some fundamental holders that support the price.
Well, it's mostly, I would say, over those past 4 years, right, where Bitcoin is down by 40% against gold, I would say that at least half of the people who own Bitcoin today bought it over the last 4 years.
This is hands down one of the most powerful AI platforms for digital marketing. Similar.
I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not too sure.
And probably more than half the value, half the market cap was purchased in these last. And probably
is so not prepared. He has no numbers. He didn't have the shit about the gold. He's so unprepared.
I'm not sure.
The people who own Bitcoin today bought against gold. I would say that at least half of the people who own Bitcoin today bought it over the last 4 years.
I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not too sure.
And probably more than half the value, half the market cap was purchased in these last 4 years.
Well, every peak, the more value gets purchased at the later stage. But
people are, and so there's a lot of people now.
In terms of number of people, I'm not too sure because in this cycle, there's a lot of ETF, as you said. There's a lot
right. Well, that includes all the individual shareholders in these ETFs.
Yeah.
Right. They own Bitcoin through these ETFs, and so they've come in recently. They don't have these big gains that people have that came in a long time ago.
You can't have big gains just you buy any asset. You can't expect big gains like
Yes, they are. Of course, the people that bought Bitcoin expected big gains. They were told. I mean, go back to the beginning of the year. What were all the look? Bitcoin is lower now than it was January 1st. But if you go back,
higher than November last year.
Well, because it sold off before then, but. If you go back to all the forecasts that were made by guys like Saylor, beginning of this year, where was everybody saying Bitcoin was going to be by the end of the year? I mean, nobody said lower. It was 200,000, 250,000. There were all these, pie in the sky forecasts. So people were buying Bitcoin expecting to go to the moon. They weren't expecting to lose money, which is happening.
There's a few guys who make forecasts. I usually don't make forecasts. But the price goes up and down, right? So people invest, they need to take the risk. Or they need to understand.
Did CZ just say I don't make forecasts? Jamie, pull up the video.
Well, I think a lot of the people.
The same thing with gold. Same thing with stock markets, right?
Well, but you haven't had a big influx of private investors in gold. Look, I've been in the gold business. I've had Schiff Gold.
But why 2010. Why is that? And there has been an influx in crypto, but there hasn't been in gold.
Because gold doesn't have a sexy get-rich-quick story to it. But
you just said gold will go higher quicker.
Yeah, well, gold has done a lot better than Bitcoin the last couple of years, last 4 years. But most people have bought Bitcoin. They haven't bought gold. But central banks are buying gold. I mean, they know what they're doing. They're buying gold. They're not buying Bitcoin. But eventually, I think private investors will start buying more gold. And I think the air coming out of the crypto bubble will help move that process along. In fact, I think one of the reasons that Bitcoin was able to do so well, from when it started until, recently, was because gold went sideways for about 12, 13 years. Gold went from...
And that's exactly the time when Bitcoin started.
Yes, well, because gold went from $300 an ounce, under $300 an ounce in 1999, 2000, and it went up to $1,900 in 2011.
Yeah,
right?
That's crazy.
And so it had a big gain, and it attracted some money as a result of those huge returns. but then it just, kind of went sideways. And Bitcoin comes on the scene, and it comes out of nowhere, and it's going way up, and it's being sold. Hey, this is digital
I think
gold.
we can stop
this
the
is
debate
better
right there.
than gold. This is gold 2.0. And as long as gold wasn't performing, that created an opportunity for Bitcoin to kind of steal some of its thunder and get money out of gold stocks, into crypto stocks.
It was such a crazy narrative. The digital gold shit. So many people got brainwashed. I mean, people are still brainwashed. People have probably had children and brainwashed their children into thinking Bitcoin is digital gold.
But now that gold has broken out of that consolidation, gold has now doubled in the last 2 years.
Damn.
And silver now is caught up, and now silver's at record highs. Silver's almost $60 an ounce. So it's broken through its $50 double top. So now we're in another stage of precious metals bull market where gold and silver are not going sideways. They should continue to go up year after year for many, many years to come. And so in that environment, I think it's very difficult for Bitcoin to compete, because now the people who have gold have no reason to sell it to buy Bitcoin. And I think people who made the mistake of selling their Bitcoin a few years ago and buying gold are going to regret that. And they're going to try to reverse that trade. They're going to try to sell their Bitcoin and get back into gold. But that's going to be a big problem because there's no buyers for the Bitcoin. And so I think the price will collapse.
All right. So I think we can agree to disagree on that note.
I think the price will collapse.
He's like,
all right. So I think we can agree to disagree on that note. I do hope gold to be successful. I do hope you digitize gold to be successful.
Well, maybe we can work together on that project.
Absolutely.
For that, and I want to get my token listed traded on Binance.
No,
absolutely. So we welcome you to the blockchain digital world. And I, of course, believe completely differently that I think gold will do well, but I think Bitcoin will do even better. That's my view. But
I don't think it will be able to compete with gold.
I think Bitcoin believe completely differently that I think gold will do well, but I think Bitcoin will do even better. That's my view. But
I don't think it will be able to compete with gold, especially when it's
we'll find out next year.
Yeah. Well.
But lastly, thank you, Peter, for coming over, and I wish you all the success in digitizing gold.
All right. Well, my pleasure. All right. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
He's like, all right. I mean, I am. I like that.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
Hold on.
Wish you all the success here.
Yeah. Well.
But lastly, thank you, Peter, for coming over, and I wish you all the success in digitizing gold.
All right. Well, my pleasure. All right. Thank you.
Thank you so much for coming over, and I wish you all the success in digitizing gold.
All right. Well, my pleasure. All right. Thank you.
Thank you so much for coming over, and I wish you all the success.
Hold on. Can I do it in slow motion? Playback speed. Half speed? All right.
That's digitizing gold.
All right. Well, my pleasure. All right. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
He's so unenthused.
Thank you, guys.
Well, there's that. I hope you guys got educated on what actually happened during the debate. I wasn't even a debate. That was like, it reminded me of Floyd Mayweather versus Canelo Alvarez. It was like Mayweather made Canelo look like a complete amateur. Peter Schiff actually, it was CZ did most of the fucking, CZ wrecked himself. That was such a horrible performance by him. But yeah, Peter Schiff held court in that stupid ass room. Yeah, the point is crypto is used for payments. No, it's not. It reminded me of Michael Scott and Toby. Just damn it, Toby, just do it. Cloudflare is down again. Ooh la la. Master XYZ with another banger. I haven't seen this one. What could this mean on a technical level and for Web3? Since 9 UTC, users worldwide report outages. The dashboard and the multiple APIs are failing, and many sites return 500 errors. Maintenance in Detroit, Chicago, increased rerouting, latency, blah, 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 blah. Cloudflare may be experiencing API degradation, control plane instability, blah, 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 blah. When the control plane fails, dashboard authentication fails, DNS updates and security rules can break. Even if the data plane continues to serve traffic, many service becomes unreliable. impacts. dApps become unreachable because DNS or HTTPS routing breaks. RPC endpoints behind Cloudflare show timeouts. NFT marketplaces and DeFi front ends cannot load. Wallet connections fail. Smart contract interactions slow down or drop. Trading opportunities are missed due to front end downtime. Oh, let me see if this affected Cubic at all. Let me see. We'll go to cubictrade.com. Damn, it's almost time for me to get ready for work already. Let me see if I can connect my wallet. If I can connect my wallet to Cubic Trade, then we're some winners, guys. We are some winners. Ooh, Garth is still at 46. That's insane. Let's see, wallet connect. Wallet connect me, please. Connect me, wallet. Wallet connect me, please. Privacy policy. What the hell? Oh, wrong wallet. Mobile wallet. All right. We're about to get the verdict. Damn, where'd all my Cubic go? I must have sent it to another wallet. Let's see. Oh, I'm in there. Cubic is unaffected by Cloudflare. Hey, in your face, bitch. Nice. Disconnect. Oops. Disconnect, man. Disconnect, man. Cubicans are unaffected. Maybe I'll repost that later. Shout out to this guy, Master XYZ. He's got really solid posts. He's got good data, good info, good insights on the crypto game. A lot of shit on Twitter is BS about Web3 and cryptocurrency. This guy straightens shit out. I like it. The hypocrisy of this space in one picture, one tweet. Centralization is destroying crypto. Next tweet. Huge thanks to the most centralized empire in the industry. Decentralization visionary by day, binance cheerleader by night. And both of your tweets made me want to throw up. Who's Andy Leon? Okay, we need a market that can make its own market. The current system is too centralized. We need to mean decentralization. Support this. Thanks to the Binance team for making this happen. P.S. Did you manage to find me on the image? Man. Money makes people just fucking twerk on a handstand, huh? Money, exposure, likes. People will twerk on a handstand for that shit with no pants or underwear. That's what this is for me. To me, just having no backbone. At least say, "Oh, I was wrong about it." Like, damn. At least acknowledge it. That's crazy as hell. That's hella funny. So many of these characters jumped on the decentralization freedom train only after a few of us started talking about it. Seriously, and going viral all the time. They never cared. They just followed whatever trend gives them attention. Seriously. It's like Andrew Tate talking about zero knowledge proofs. That's what you need. Zero knowledge proofs. Privacy. Andrew Tate out of left field talking about ZK proofs. Like, what the fuck? Hey, shut up, stupid. Ooh, what's the crypto escape talking about? Oh, I see 59 people trickled in here since the debate. 57 on X. Good morning, everybody. I'm about to head to work pretty soon. Or get ready for work. Oh, snap. You know what? I got to share the tab. Oopsie. Oh, I see a bunch of posts. Oh, damn. The Great Crypto Escape an hour ago. seems very clear to me now when I explore CFP and Cubic. CFP was never trying to build a payments network. That is why Eldo was so convoluted compared to something like Cuss. He was trying to build a platform for AI. Yep. Probably working on this for over 2 decades at this point. Cubic isn't just a crypto project. Crypto is just an element of it. This project could be more groundbreaking than Bitcoin. It is. This is why we're making the content. Thanks, Crypto Escape, for reminding the people. This is more than crypto, baby. More than crypto. Yeah, buddy. Shouts out to Crypto Escape. Make sure you give him a follow. The Crypto Escape. He also has a YouTube channel. He was actually a while back, but way before I started making like video content. I saw his YouTube videos first. This was like over a year ago. I was like, how much more? I'm like, I need more. I did my research and I was like, who's making content on Cubic? I was like, ooh, there's videos. And I found this guy. I was like, ooh, nice. And I found them quite informative. Yeah, so make sure you give him a follow. Subscribe to his channel. This guy's pretty much an OG in the community. Oh, what's this post right here? Peter Schiff, Bitcoin is just a wealth shift. Buyers lose, sellers gain. It creates no real value, and people won't sell their losses until they try to cash out. Yep. Considering that the statement begs the question by assuming Bitcoin has no value. No. It doesn't have value. Dude, it's important to watch the whole thing. You can't just take clips. Even though I agree, it's because I watched the whole thing. Oh, that's funny. I took an image of this, like the stock image of Peter Schiff, and used AI Grok to make his face angry. Same with CZ, and I put it in the thumbnail on YouTube. I wonder how it looks. There it is. Hold on, is that it? I used AI to make their faces angry. AI is hella dope. I was like, nice. I was like, make this face angry, Grok. It was like, all right, bet. I was like, cool. I was like, now make this face angry, Grok. He was like, bet. I was like, hell yeah, dude. Grok is the shit. He just helped me with my thumbnail. And just do a little vidIQ action with the thumbnail. This is when CZ won the debate. Dude, fuck you. Dude, I'm sorry. No, it's not. We just did like an hour and a half on how this wasn't the case. No. Boo, Jake. Boo. Shit take. Shit talkie. W in the chat. L's all day. Dude, CZ is brilliant. Oh my god. What does this profile look like? Polka dot cook line. Oh my god in heaven. What's going on here?
Even if they're like, how do you decide which projects are worth analyzing? Every protocol is different, right? So even if they're in the same category, say polymarket and Kalshi, in both prediction market, but both also quite different. I wouldn't say there is like a standalone process of how I and caseload team decides what to analyze. We usually focus on the broad narrative, because if you take a look at the
CZ is brilliant. Make sure you give On-Chain Cam a follow for more great takes. Sorry, I'm not gonna I'm not gonna hold back anymore. It's go time, baby. CZ is a legend. Legendary criminal. What the fuck? Dude, we just talked about how he funded October 7th, allegedly. And all the money laundering he did for his company that he allowed knowingly for terrorist groups. This guy, oh man, just watch the replay, man. Tom Lee says Ethereum is going to 62,000 within a few months. This fucking idiot said Bitcoin was going to be 250,000 by the end of the year. And people keep, it's like they're dangling a carrot in front of retarded retail investors with these stupid predictions. It's absurd. 62,000? Please don't let me be wrong and sound stupid in the future. I hope, I mean, at least say 6,000. Don't say 62. That's crazy. Where's the liquidity gonna come from? Like, actually, for Ethereum? Why would they choose Ethereum over Solana or like Sui or any other protocol that's fucking cheaper, more scalable? Like, Ethereum isn't scalable for anything. It's literally unusable if enough people are on it. Oh man, Ethereum
within a few months. And if Ethereum, well, what does that mean for Ethereum's price?
Can I
well,
see
I think
his face?
Bitcoin's going to get to 250,000 within a few months. And if Ethereum price ratio to Bitcoin gets back to its 8-year average, that's $12,000 for Ethereum. I mean, that's a huge move. If it gets to the 2021
this guy's
highs, that's $22,000 for Ethereum.
You know what he's doing? He's doing what like I used to see back when I was first in crypto. A lot of people on YouTube were making these like retarded like Excel spreadsheets on like, well, if the market cap was here and this is that and the price is here, you would need this many coins to be a millionaire. Ha 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 ha. So if this is this price and this is that price, it's just this elaborate speculative spreadsheet where it's like, oh, the price is at this, and it just looks fun and like it. This is just an extravagant version of like those subpar like speculative crypto videos. This is like the most extravagant version of that.
But I think Ethereum is going to become the future of finance, the payment rails of the future. And if it gets to 0.25 relative to Bitcoin, that's 62,000.
He doesn't get into why he thinks that. He just says it. If this is the 8-year average, if we do that, if we can do that,
so I think Ethereum at 3,000, of course, is.
I'm rooting for you guys. I hope you make it.
Grossly undervalued. Well,
why do they let these guys come out like that, looking like this? He looks dilapidated. Like I said this earlier in the stream, he reminds me of the cockroachy guy from Men in Black, like walking around off like his cadence, the way he talks is weird. His voice is fucked up. My bad, Tom Lee. But you came out looking like that. My bad. That was rude. You can't fake Bitcoin. You can fake gold. Oh, that's it. Bitcoin wins, guys. On-chain college. My analysis is supported by Binance. Oh, fucking great, man. I'm impressed. Oh, Jesus. Why is this in my feed? I don't even follow him. Oh, God. Might as well read it. Much needed perspective during the hard times for Cubic. I agree with this 100%. I'm not against Cubic itself, except for when I attack the team and defame core members. I don't think I ever will be. The tech is too good to ignore it. I'm holding my cues and I don't advise anyone to sell. Please understand the fight I'm fighting before making any impulse decisions. I only don't agree with certain things that are helping internally. They are a bump in the road, and that's all they ever will be. I believe in the long-term vision, and I stand by it. This is why I'm so dude. People mainly need to see that you have no qualms about sharing private DMs in public, and the funny thing is that they're fake. From there, everyone can see what kind of person you are and how trustworthy you are. Yeah, this is the definition of a forked tongue snake. The actions don't match the words and vice versa. It's just, come on, man. Need I say? I'm not gonna get into it. I did a whole 2.5 hours yesterday about the nonsense that came from this guy. Start a whole FUD campaign and then be like, oh yeah, I believe in the project. Come on, man. Come on, guy. Good morning, guy. What's this guy
in the
talking
San
about?
Francisco Bay Area.
I don't want to hear it. I don't like how melancholy he always sounds. Look at this fucking melancholy 24/7.
And
fucking the world, unless he's
that tried
talking
to
about
trans
Mars.
his daughter. Yeah, the school and the state of California conspired to turn his daughter against him, and
Always some weird melancholy shit, dude. Life is good. Shut up. Oh boy. Crypto escape. There's a serious amount of FUD around Cubic recently. Click to dismiss. What is this? I don't want to ask him to explain it. People do this? Man, I'm not gonna do that to myself. Fuck, dude, if you do this, fuck you. Read it. Either read it or don't read it. Don't say Grok explain it to me. That's so fucking ew. Oh, is that the state of the world, dude? There is a serious amount of FUD around Cubic recently for many small and big accounts. I get the FUD and I see that it is well-meaning. Fear. No, that's like an oxymoron. So I have no issues with it. People should keep doing their thing. I don't expect anyone to stop asking questions, and I agree with the questions, blah 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 blah. But I like most things, nothing is just black and white. There are always two sides to every story. Just to give you an alternative perspective, I've been doing some more exploring on the project, and I've never been more bullish. Attaboy. A lot of this learning has come from whoever this guy is. Go give him a follow, I guess. Recent posts, I recommend checking them out. Ooh. I've been especially blown away by how the quorum computers reach consensus through independent parallelized computations. Yeah, buddy. Stick to the facts. This is the only crypto project that can perform at a level to serve the needs of the whole world for transactions, smart contracts, gaming, RWA, oracles, AI, etc. It is becoming more and more clear to me that the world hasn't caught on to what Cubic is and what this project is superior to all other projects in almost every other way. CFB knows this, and I believe he is waiting on a few things to be completed with Cubic before pushing it full force. In terms of funding, etc. Reduce emissions. In my opinion, they have done a good job with the website, but I agree payments to CFF proposals probably should be made on completion of work. Well, I don't know. You can't. How are you gonna do the work if you don't have the money? What the hell? Like you can't have the marketing team do marketing with no budget. Like they need a budget, right? Yeah, so a lot of times work can't be done and then you pay them. You have to pay them and then they do the work. It's like construction. You can't like build stuff without buying materials first. Like obviously you pay the workers later after they work, but you gotta pay money up front for some materials. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, so go make sure you give Crypto Escape a follow. It's good to nice have different insights. I like that he follows me. That's nice. And he subscribed to my YouTube channel. I was like, yes. The circle of life. All right, I think that's it. I don't want to go 2 hours. Nice. Have a good day, everybody. Time to grind. I hope you enjoyed the debate. Hold whatever coins you have. Know what you're holding, or just stop crying about shit. Let's see, what else is this guy talking about? 20 billion plus offloaded through Mexi by Cubic marketing team. Sure, it might be for expenses. Is there any way for the community to see what's happening with the money once it's converted to fiat? Maybe. All right. I'm out of here. Another post? 2 hours ago. With the new rewards distribution logic established, we can now consistently demonstrate the outperformance of Cubic CPU mining. Mine Cubic and always earn more than the underlying proof of work coin. Results after every epoch. Interesting. So you get about 10 cents more mining Cubic. Damn. And then you have the bonus mining. Dude. This is too bullish, man. Dude, once Doge mining gets fucking... Oh my god. Ooh. It's time to get ready for work, people. Ooh, the Dark Knight. I haven't seen your boy posting. I used to see his posts all the time. Okay. Have a good day, everyone. It was nice going live early. If you're in here, make sure you click on the YouTube link, like the stream, give it a watch over there, share it. Share the YouTube link on your X page, in your group chats, in your telegrams. Let them know Peter Schiff has that big dick energy. CZ wears lifts in his shoes, and he has LDE. Allegedly, is that how you get out of a court case? Allegedly, you have to say allegedly. I'm not gonna say that shit. Obviously, I'm joking. Yeah. Bye. Oh, end stream.